Hi, I'm Brandon Schubert. Today I'm making shepherd's pie. The first thing I'm going to do is wash my hands. Next thing I'm going to do is start on the mashed potatoes because that's what takes the longest in all this process. All you have to do is just start by peeling them. All I'm going to do once I have them peeled, it'll be easier once they cook to mash them up because they'll be mashed potatoes. I'm just going to cut them in half once. Do the same to the other one here. Off here. I'll just do the same with this one. Cut it right in half. Just add these to my pot. And all I'm going to do is add enough water just so it covers the potatoes. I use 2 pounds of potatoes to make the mashed potatoes. That is the proper amount. Now I'll just boil this on high, and then once they're soft I will mash them up. So the next step in making shepherd's pie is to chop up 1 large onion, and to do this I will use a chef knife and a cutting board here. And the first thing I will do is just cut the onion in half once. Now that I have my 2 halves, I'll just do basic, cut it one way, flip it, cut it the other way. And I'll do some decent sized pieces because I like onion a lot. Take my other half here and do the same thing. These onions will be fried along with your ground beef later on. Now that we have our onions chopped up, we need to fry them in the fry pan. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil to the fry pan. Turn my stove on to medium heat, and I will add my chopped onions to my fry pan. Now all I'm going to do is just keep spreading these around in the oil while it's heating up. I don't want to get them too done where they're brown, but you just want to soften them so they're good to eat. So now that our onions have been frying in the oil for about 8 minutes, they're soft and ready to move on to the next step, which is to add in the ground beef, which I will get out of the fridge. There we go. I'll add this to my fried onions. I can let that sit for a little bit, and before I do anything else, I'm going to get rid of this plate and wash my hands again because it's all full of blood. Now that we have that cleared up, I will just break up my ground beef here a little bit. And I'll continue to break this up, but before I do that, I will add 2 teaspoons of herbs just to add flavor. And also just a little salt and pepper for taste. While I continue to brown the ground beef and continue to fry the onions, I will preheat my oven to 375 so that is ready when we are ready to move on and bake the rest of the ingredients. Now that the meat is brown, this next step is optional. You can either add peas or carrots to your shepherd's pie, and I don't really like carrots, but I do like peas, so I will do that. And all it is 3 tablespoons, which I'll add to my meat here. Now I'll just stir these throughout the mixture, get them spread out. Now that these are spread throughout the mixture, the next step is to add your beef stock. All is 2 cups beef stock you add to your ground beef. I'll just stir this up a little bit, make sure it gets around to everywhere. Now that the beef stock is heated, we are ready to put it into the pan. You can just use any oven-safe dish for this step. Just spread it throughout your pan a little bit here, so it's even when you eat it later. Now that our meat mixture is in the pan, we are ready for our mashed potatoes, which I will mash up here. Once those are mashed, you bring this over to your heat mixture and you spread it on top evenly throughout. Get this unstuck. Try to spread this out a little bit here. Now what you want to do is take a fork and just run it across the top of your mashed potatoes. This adds crunchiness to the dish. Now that we have the dish prepared, it is time to cook it in the oven. I'll cook it for about 30 to 45 minutes at 375 or until the top is golden brown. Now that your shepherd's pie has been cooking for about 45 minutes, you can take it out of the oven. You want to make sure it's crispy and golden brown on the top, which it is. So it is ready to eat. You can enjoy it, and hopefully it's delicious.